You need to start spamming some of these bot lane combos for easy elo now that Split 2 of the ranked season has begun. These 10 combos are going to give you a massive edge up on your opponents if executed properly, and we'll be telling you exactly how to do so in today's video. And just before we get into it, if you want to improve fast to get the rank you've always wanted, then go to skillcapped.com. Stop wasting your time grinding thousands of games only to see no progress. With Skillcapped, you'll uncover the secrets to climbing ranks fast that only take a few minutes to learn and can be immediately applied in your next game. The best part is it's completely risk-free to try, as you're kept safe with our rank up insurance. If you don't significantly improve while actively using Skillcapped, then you get your money back, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Get the rank you've always wanted by clicking the link in the description below. Alright, now let's have a look at our first bot lane combo. We're going to be kicking things off with the combo that is the most deadly and easy to execute of them all, being Miss Fortune with Rell. For starters, both champions are extremely powerful in meta, so that is one massive upside. Right now, we've got both MF and Rell in the OP tiers for their respective roles. Secondly, the synergy between MF and Rell is absolutely incredible too, so both of those factors make this combo the best in the game. So how exactly can you take advantage of it? Well, the Chain CC combo that Rell can unleash at level 6 is what brings this combo to life. To get maximum value out of Miss Fortune's ultimate, she wants the enemy to be locked down in place, and Rell can do just that. Level 6 is such a simple and easy win condition, and once you hit it, Rell should be looking for angles to engage. The only thing that can really hurt this combo is if you're not on the same page as each other. MF needs to be in position to use her ultimate as soon as Rell goes in to get the most burst damage out as possible. If you can be in a voice call with your duo, then that will drastically reduce the chance of you guys not being synced up on engage plays. Overall, super high kill threat lane that is relatively easy to execute, so this is one that everyone can play to great success right now. Ashe is currently one of the best ADCs you can play for solo queue, and a support who pairs insanely well with her is Zilean. Ashe, being an ADC who lacks a gap closer, is much more vulnerable and requires good positional skills to be relevant in teamfights. Zilean does an amazing job at shoring up this weakness, as his constant movement speed boosts allow Ashe to kite around and become way more difficult to take down. Ashe already has pretty good kiting power from her kit due to the slow from passive and W, so when you add on the Zilean movement speed, she becomes very difficult to stick onto. Another massive perk to the combo is that when Ashe is looking for catch plays with R, Zilean can speed her up to take her intended target out much quicker. Level 6 potential is absolutely incredible as well, since an Ashe arrow followed by Zilean double bombs are guaranteed kills every single time. As long as the Ashe player can hit her arrow at a semi-consistent basis, you can snowball games really hard with this synergy. Pre-6 is honestly not all that bad either, as the shoving power from Zilean bombs and Ashe W allows you to create perma-priority in most matchups. Ashe throwing out W and slowing the enemy makes it much easier for Zilean to line up his Q for some really good poke in lane. The next synergy is going to be the most off-meta of them all, but it's one that is disgustingly strong right now, being Karthus and Senna. Karthus is by far the most underrated carry you can play in the bot lane, and when paired with Senna, the duo has a 56% win rate. So what are the leading factors to such an insane analytical showing? First off, the duo has incredibly potent laning power and can easily get the level 2 jump on their opponents in almost every single matchup. This is a big win condition for the duo. Going all in at level 2, or at the very least, forcing the enemy off the wave and creating a slow push will net you huge advantages in lane. Karthus is a champion who wants to be fighting all the time, and that really enables Senna to get her passive stacking a ton in lane. One of the only downsides to picking Karthus bot is that he's an AP mage, and if your mid and jungle are also playing magic damage characters, it's going to be very difficult to win. This downside is alleviated much more when you pair Karthus with Senna, as she will become a very legitimate physical damage threat later on. The double global presence is also another big draw to the synergy. If you can be map aware at level 6 and spot one of the enemies on low health, Senna R helps to increase the lethal range of Karthus R so that he can pick up some extra kills that he would otherwise barely miss out on. Next up is going to be one of the most aggro duos that you can play, so if you like being super aggressive, look into Nilah with Taric. Taric loves playing with champions who can get right on top of the enemy, as it makes his E stun way more powerful. When playing with a ranged ADC, they're never going to be in range to land your stun, so you gotta do it all yourself. With Nilah though, everything changes, as she wants to be diving right in on the enemy, and when she does, you activate Taric's stun when Nilah is up in their face, and your all-in power goes through the roof. At level 6, it gets even more insane, as you can preemptively pop Taric R, and then Nilah can flash right in with her own R, taking no damage in return while bursting the enemy out with ease. When Taric R ends, Nilah can then pop her W to prevent the enemy from dealing damage, so the skirmish power and ability to negate damage with this duo is really not even fair. Setting up dive plays at level 6 can catch the enemy off guard and net you easy kills to get the snowball rolling. Of all the duos, this is definitely one that is most powerful when you can be in a voice call call with your duo, as making sure you're on the same page with engages is very key. The next duo is all about lane dominance, shoving the enemy under tower and poking the living daylight out of them, as it's Ezreal with Heimerdinger. Your main goal with this duo is to make the opposing ADC's life completely miserable. You want to be using Heimer turrets and Ezreal Q to acquire the push in lane, and then once you got them pinned under tower, begin unleashing Ez's Q and Heimer's W. By doing this, the Ezreal should gain a massive CS advantage to where he can come online in the mid game much sooner than the enemy ADC. To maximize tier stacks, Ezreal wants to be in a position where he can be poking non-stop, and when paired up with a strong pushing support like Heimer, it really enables that. If you are with a weaker laning support and you're pinned down under your own tower all game, it really stunts the mid-game spike of the champ. One of the best parts about this duo is that even though you want to be pushing all the time, it's actually extremely difficult for the enemy to gank you. For example, if you got the push in lane and have the enemy bot lane poked out under tower, it's really just suicide for the opposing jungler to even try to gank you. If they do, you just play inside Heimer turrets, use Ezreal's mobility to kite it out, and gladly accept the free donation of a kill. Flipping the switch back to another very aggressive duo, we have Kai'Sa paired up with Alistar. This combo has such great synergy for a few different reasons. Kai'Sa is an ADC who thrives with champions who have strong crowd control, as immobilizing effects apply a stack of Kai'Sa's passive. When Alistar goes in with his WQ combo, he instantly gives Kai'Sa 2 stacks of passive, which allows her to follow up and burst extremely quickly. Alistar loves being aggressive, diving in for catch plays, and there's really no better ADC in the game to consistently follow up on those plays than Kai'Sa. Even if Kai'Sa is sitting farther back, her ultimate allows her to join fights and capitalize on Alistar pick plays extremely easily. The ability for this combo to adapt based on the game in hand is also amazing. If the enemy comp has a bunch of assassins, the Alistar can sit back beside Kai'Sa instead of diving in and just look to peel for her. Vice versa, if you're playing into more control mage type comps that want to sit back themselves, Alistar can shift focus to a more dive style of play that Kai'Sa can also adapt to very well. We have not featured a duo that consists of an enchanter support because truthfully, most are pretty garbage right now, but one who is not, being Janna, pairs exceptionally well with Vayne. The scaling power of this duo is some of the best for any combo in this video. Get Vayne to 3 items with a Janna right beside her, and you should not have any difficulty smashing 5v5 teamfights. Vayne, being a shorter ranged ADC, needs to be up close to be effective, which makes it more likely for missteps to happen. This is where Janna comes in and complements Vayne so well, as she has many strong peel tools in her kit that even if Vayne makes a horrendous mistake, Janna can often cover it up. Janna is pretty much a get out of jail free card for Vayne, as she's allowed to make one extra mistake than usual in a fight and not get punished for it. Now, the only downside to the duo is that your pre-6 is nothing special. You don't have the same kind of kill threat as many of the previous duos we've covered, so surviving, farming well, and making sure you're on track to scale is key with this duo. An absolute classic that is actually in a really good spot for this current meta is Xayah paired up with Rakan. You can get the ball rolling as early as level 2 with this duo, as Rakan finding a pick with W can lead to, at the very least, a blown flash. This should be your main objective when playing Xayah Rakan. If possible, try to ask your jungler to start topside so you can get to lane on time and start controlling the wave. You don't want to hard shove the wave so that it pushes super fast, but you do want to try and stay about 2 minions ahead of the enemy so you will hit level 2 first. When that third minion on the second wave is about to die, you should both already be moving forward, and if the enemy does not back away, the lane is won right then and there. It only gets better from then on out, as level 6 with this combo is absolutely deadly. Rakan diving in with his chain CC combo gives Xayah time to throw down a bunch of feathers and follow up with a root of her own and lots of burst. Just like the recent Kai'Sa with Alistar combo we covered, Xayah Rakan is so great at adapting their playstyle for each game. Does the enemy team have 3 assassins? Xayah has her R to fend them off, while Rakan can save his R to peel. What if the enemy comp has heavy range? Rakan can counter that extremely hard as well, as he can pull off engage plays from 2 screens away. One of the best combos in the game at executing a level 2 all-in combo is Draven with Thresh. The classic flash flay into hook locks the enemy down for Draven to maul them with his burst from double axes. It really just comes down to the Thresh player being competent enough to hit the flash flay, and for Draven to be ready to follow up. Honestly, a lot of the time Thresh doesn't even need to land his hook, since the enemy will be slowed from Glacial, and then Draven can just flash in himself to close the gap and finish off the kill. What makes the synergy extremely oppressive is when Draven gets so far ahead that he can play up in lane while Thresh just sits back for lantern duty. There's literally no way that you can get ganked while Draven can be hard pressuring the enemy under tower. If the game does go super late, then the combo is going to fall off a bit compared to some of the others in this video, but if executed well, there is really no better duo when it comes down to snowballing the early game. The 10th and final combo we have for you guys is another with an incredibly strong skirmish post level 6. Samira and Nautilus is the duo. In order for Samira to unlock her full potential, she needs time to stack her passive so she can unleash her ultimate. Naut works so well with Samira because his chain CC combo is so easy to execute, while it gives Samira time to get free damage off and easily stack her passive. This duo is one of the best in the game at turning 2v3 scenarios scenarios because not chain CCs a target, Samira bursts them out, and then she has her ultimate ready to take care of the other 2 targets. Playing for that level 6 is really all you gotta focus on with this duo. All Naut has to do is point and click R on a target, and everything else plays out extremely easily. Since this combo is so reliant on diving in to be effective, you may want to consider banning a good peel support like Morgana or Janna. As long as you can reach your target, there's nobody that will beat you in a skirmish. So that's gonna be all for this one, guys, but if you want to improve fast and get the rank you've always wanted, then go to skillcapped.com. With premium courses for every role and skill taught by the best players, Skillcapped is the perfect platform to help take your game to the next level. Take our wave control course. While you wait for your next game to start, you can learn freezing, fast pushing, slow pushing, bouncing waves, the list goes on, all in just a few minutes to maximize your improvement rate. Or maybe you just like seeing your opponent's health go to 0. Then you'll love our trading course. We even have a skill test at the end so you can see how good you really are. Players just like you are leaving 5-star reviews and raving at how helpful they are. That's not all we offer though, as every week we release 10 brand new Smurf commentaries where a challenger player teaches you how to climb out of the exact rank you're stuck in. If you're looking for something more personal instead, then we got you covered with one-on-one coaching from our trained challenger experts. All that seemed too good to be true? Well, don't worry, we're backed by a rank up guarantee. If you don't significantly improve while actively using Skillcapped, then you get your money back, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below and get the rank you've always wanted. Thanks so much for watching, good luck with these combos, and we'll see you in the next one.